Today in Los Angeles, a jury just handed a $28 million verdict to a motorcyclist who lost his leg after a crash with a city fire truck, the largest award of its kind in California. That sound you hear is City Hall's checkbook clearing its throat. Dean here in Los Angeles. This is the City Report with Dean Bark, so let's open with the big one. First up, LA motorcyclist awarded $28 million after fire truck collision. The case centers on Robert Danbaum, a motorcyclist who in September 2021 was struck by a Los Angeles Fire Department engine in East Hollywood and later had his right leg amputated below the knee. The fire truck was driven by Vincent Leong, an LAFD apparatus operator. A jury found Leong failed to stop at a red light, leading to the crash. In August, a Los Angeles jury awarded Danbaum $28 million. Time to dig into the details. That award is now the largest in California for a below-the-knee amputation. It lands amid a broader pattern. Jury verdicts and settlements tied to city vehicles have been rising for years. In 2025, for example, another Los Angeles jury awarded nearly $49 million to a man left in a coma after being hit by a city garbage truck. Legal observers point to a shift in juries' attitudes. There's a perception they're increasingly skeptical of local government, which can amplify damages when cases go to trial. And here's the kicker. City officials were criticized for not trying to settle Danbaum's case before trial. The city attorney's office, which represents Los Angeles in civil litigation, reportedly didn't engage in settlement talks. When you skip the off-ramp to settlement, you sometimes end up paying highway robbery prices at verdict. My take, the city's reluctance to settle early looks like a costly oversight. Call it like it is. This is an expensive way to learn a lesson about risk management. Moving on, Arcadia grapples with allegations of Chinese government influence. Arcadia, the San Gabriel Valley city often nicknamed the Chinese Beverly Hills for its large and affluent Chinese community, is trying to stabilize after a scandal involving former council member Eileen Wong. Wong has pleaded guilty to acting as an agent for China. Prosecutors say that between 2020 and 2022, she and her then-fiancé ran a news website directed by the Chinese government. She was elected to the Arcadia City Council in 2022, then resigned in May 2023 after agreeing to plead guilty. Here's what's next. Arcadia officials are drafting new guidelines to guard against foreign influence. Think clearer disclosure rules, tighter vetting, and more transparency for outside contacts. There's sensitivity about potential racial backlash against residents who had nothing to do with any of this, and that tension sits against the backdrop of broader federal corruption probes in Southern California. Analysts warn this is part of a long-game strategy. Cultivate local officials to build influence that can ladder up to higher levels. Well, that's one way to look at it, but the immediate job is local. My take, local governments need to stay vigilant, set bright-line rules, and make transparency so standard that any funny business has nowhere to hide. Next up, wild LA police chase includes gas station stop before suspect crashes into CHP. The LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department, chased a burglary suspect in a black Honda from North Hollywood to North Hills late Friday morning. Along the way, the driver ran red lights and even interacted with a motorcyclist who tried to intervene. Not advised, to put it politely. In the middle of the pursuit, the suspect pulled into a gas station to refuel. Yes, during the chase. It was the second time in a week a fleeing driver in our region did a pit stop under police lights. The pursuit ended when the suspect drove the wrong way on the freeway and slammed into a CHP cruiser. CHP is the California Highway Patrol, then ran but was quickly arrested. Stopping for gas in a police pursuit is a new level of audacity. Let's pivot to the next story. Darth Vader's sarcastic support highlights controversy over San Diego surveillance cams. At a San Diego City Council meeting, a person in a full Darth Vader costume stepped to the mic and with tongue firmly in cheek, praised the city's Flock cameras, automated license plate readers sold by Flock Safety, a company whose systems are now common with police departments nationwide. San Diego police reported about 500 of these cameras in 2025. Privacy advocates have pushed back, citing concerns about tracking, data sharing, and misuse. Some cities elsewhere have walked away from their contracts. San Diego is now evaluating its own relationship with Flock, while the company says it has rolled out platform changes to tighten privacy and access. The debate here is straightforward. Do the public safety benefits outweigh the civil liberties risks? And who holds the keys to the data? For how long and under what oversight? When Darth Vader is the avatar of your public comment period, it's a fair sign the public trust needs some rebuilding. Last up, O.C. Mann, exonerated after 18 years for crime he didn't commit. Guy Miles was convicted in 1999 for a 1998 robbery at a Fidelity Financial Services office in Fullerton. The conviction hinged on eyewitness identifications. Miles had an alibi and there was no matching DNA. Years later, the actual perpetrators confessed after the statute of limitations had run. In 2017, a California Court of Appeal reversed Miles's conviction and he was released for time served. In August, the Orange County District Attorney's Office formally vacated the conviction. Credit here also goes to the Innocence Center, a nonprofit legal group focused on wrongful convictions, which worked the case for years. The takeaway is uncomfortable but necessary. Eyewitness misidentification remains one of the leading drivers of wrongful convictions. Reforms matter, from double-blind lineups to better jury instructions. For Miles, it's a measure of justice overdue by nearly 2 decades. And that's where we'll leave it. From Los Angeles, this is the City Report with Dean Bark. Back tomorrow with the latest. Stay sharp out there.